Shalom, family. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb, as always and forever. The only one worthy of worship and praise. The only one worthy of true fear. The only one worthy of true terror. You know what I want to talk about? Dogs and politics. And politics and dogs. And we're going to look at the physical aspect on it, which is always a lie. It's always a lie. Whatever you see with your eyeball is a lie. Trust me on this. Listen, I don't know. I mean, I should go down that path because it could get a little bit heated. However, what I am saying is everything you see with your eyeball is a lie. Do not believe your eyes. Not today or not tomorrow. Unless you have the type of eye that's going to look beyond the surface, which is what's ever underneath the surface wants you to see. So if you're not going to dig, then your eyeballs are lying to you. They're lying to you. But along that train of thought, let's look at something else. I said this was starting 8 years ago. I tried to explain it this way. If they are not real in the sense of see, how can I put this here? Because I got to be gentle here, man. If they are not real in the sense of they are presenting an image that they are not, that is the legal definition or the arguable definition that of real that I'm making. Okay? So that means if they're only an image that's not real, then that means everything from them, rather said, acted, invented, or indeed, or organized or built, is not real either. None of it is real. None of it's real. It's all one big long lie. Some of them been lying their whole life. I tell you, they've been lying their whole life. But it's okay. But it's okay. Now, that was just a preliminary matter. Let's get into the subject matter. Dogs. 2000, I want to say 15, 16, somewhere in that time frame, I was on the phone with someone, and I said to them, I would rather have a pack of dogs than family. I said that because I was already onto what family had been doing. Not necessarily my immediate family, but family, period. Family didn't matter to them. Money mattered. Position mattered. Who's got what mattered. And based on this, that's what they fucking respect. Not so the dog. Not so the dog. See, here's why I said what I said. I've owned dogs all of my life. I've owned dogs that would, see, here's a list of things that a dog is going to do that you're not going to do. And that the dog ain't going to do that you are going to do. Okay? The dog is not going to lie to me. You are. The dog is not going to steal from me. You are. The dog is not going to plot and scheme on me. You are. Okay? The dog is not going to pass policies and laws to control others. You are. See, the dog is going to charge into the pitch blackness in defense of my life. I had a dog, I thought he was crazy as hell. When I grab the gun, he get up and he just get giddy. He is ready to go and kill some shit. He see, I shit you not. I grabbed the rifle. The king man started getting excited, like open the door, open this black man, open this door. Let me out of here. Look like we finna go kill something. What a crazy animal. I could open the back door and we had the bushes in the backyard, 8 to 10 foot, 6 to 7 foot long and thick. Okay? King had no problem charging into that semi-jungle, putting his life on the line because he don't know what's in there and don't give a rat's ass. The problem is you are in this yard or around this man right now. And between me and him, you're going to die. And then after he shoots you, I'm going to still keep biting you. He going to still have to come and pull me off of you. That's how much I hate your ass. Now, see, that's a friend. That's loyalty. You ain't going to do that. No, you're not. No, you're not going to do it. You love your life too much. You got too much to live for. Damn that loyalty shit. Damn that friend shit. So, who would have a problem with dogs? Who? Well, let me cap this one off before I move on to sub-chapter B. As you can see, I had a viable argument as to why I would prefer a pack of animals to a pack of humans. See? Now, you can get upset as a human, but what I've done is laid out a set of characteristics that you should have, not the dog, which takes me into subchapter B. You let the dog get you. He outran you. He outfought you. Now he has become the preferred companion of many. The preferred companion. Some people hate this fact. Now, this is where we get into the spirituality of it, of the dog and those who hate the dog. Okay? Because there is a spiritual aspect to this. Okay? Because also the dog is going to recognize certain things that you're not going to recognize by his superior hearing, sense of smell, sense of awareness that you're not going to catch. So I don't know about you, but when I seen my dog was staring up in a certain direction, I looked in that same direction as I reached for the steel. Because I know he owns to something. There's something over there that ain't supposed to be there. The hair is starting to rise on his back. And I trust him. So we finna deal with his issue, just like he would deal with mine. See? Friend. This is why, anyway, I'm backtracking. I'm not going to asperse the obvious differences between humans and animals any further because I've already pissed off at least a third of America. At least a third because they know that they hate the animals because the animals are worthy of the love that you give them. And because they don't have those goddamn characteristics, then they hate the animal. I'm on fire right now for the dogs. For the dogs. Now, I've seen people intentionally try to run over dogs. Okay? I've seen other people, or heard of other people rather, who poison their partner's dog because the partner spent, I don't know, man, I wasn't there. But I'm just saying, man, the damn dog was poisoned and he rushed the dog to the vet and the vet said that the dog was poisoned and he had a eureka moment. He had an epiphany. That woman ain't never liked my dog. Exactly. But it works the same way. Men do the shit too. Because it is spiritual. Okay? They don't garner what the dog garners, and that is an animal. Don't you see why it would piss them off? But But in the dog's defense, when I get home in the afternoon, the dog gonna be wagging his tail. His only requirement is a possible walk or let out the door, and food and water, and maybe a little roughhousing if he's still in that age bracket. And he good for the day. And for that, he will rip your throat out. You know why? Because he recognizes the value of a friend. See what I'm saying? Ain't that something? Don't get mad at the dog. No, you should get angry at yourselves for allowing an animal to take the place of you because you wasn't capable of being what God himself intended you to be, not even to each other. Leave the dog out of it. Me, I love animals, all of them, even the ones that can, oh, they can hurt you pretty damn bad. I love them too. Well, they ain't gonna hurt me. I mean, that they're gonna hurt you because they know what you as mankind is capable of. You're proving it to them every day. God, listen, Adam was friends with the animals, even the wild ones. He walked amongst them. The lions and the tigers and the crocodiles, he swam with them and shit. Why? Well, largely because there wasn't nobody else around, but that's another argument. But, but shit transpired. And when God had told man that he had the dominion over the world, at that same time, he told the animals, run from their ass, fear them. When you smell them, run. If you hear them, run. If you should see them, it's probably too late. Now that's the truth. Now, why would he tell all of the animals to run from your ass? Avoid them. And if you must be around them, I've given you, some of you, enough strength to rip their asses apart. How about that? Stay away. And for the large part, they stay away and you keep your ass away from them. But they would feel the exact same way for the exact same reasons. Because you're violent, you're liars, you're underhanded, you're the thief. I'm sorry, mankind, but you're murderers, you're rapists, you're scoffers, you're schemers, you're plotters. Whew. Well, someone put forward a bill. Can anyone guess which party? They're coming after your dogs next, man. This is why I'm all wound up, because I know why they doing it. It's spiritual. Don't nobody love them, and they feel like the dog is in the way of that. I mean, if we can just get rid of them damn dogs, then that would force them to have some kind of companion or family relations that we can exploit against them. We can't do that with that damn dog, and they over there being the companion. And a damn good one, too. You watch your mouth before we're going to be watching your house, and just in case you got dogs. You work for us. Remember, we hate dogs. Why? Well, because they are worthy. Remember that. And you're not. And you're not. But in defense, mankind has told himself in his cliches thinking, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody asked you to for no perfection. We ask you to do what you were built to do. And when you do outside side of the boundaries of what you were built to do, then you become what you are now. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Now, I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm not. This is why I have kept it clean, purposely. Okay? But you don't deserve this to be handed to you clean. No, you deserve anything but cordiality. You deserve the profanity. You deserve the obvious put downs. You deserve the mocking. You deserve it. Who is responsible for your history? You or me? Who is writing your book? Because you got books. I'll tell you something. There's two angels that follow your dumbasses around, and they write down all of your good deeds and all of your bad deeds. So when you go before God and you start that bullshit about how guilty that you're not, God will say, bring me his books. Bring me his books. And then you're screwed. And you wasted everybody's time. And then you hear those three words that you never want to hear from God. Away from me. And then you just start moving around, flying somewhere. But at any rate, you get a grip. The Democratic Party has introduced a bill. I guess they attempted to ban dogs because they're saying that the dogs are bad for the environment. Really? Wow. Do you know how unnatural you live? Do you know the size of your environmental footprint? Because the dogs is very small compared to yours. Seems to me that we should be getting rid of folks with yachts, people with bedroom size food pantries and landscapers and butlers and maids and $1 million bank accounts. Have you seen the size of your footprint? You are the ultimate consumer. When you ain't trying to control everybody, you are busy consuming as much as you possibly can at its highest value. It's like watching the bag made in China, completely made in China, a $38,000 bag that's really worth $1,400, and then they ship it to Italy, and they put they got it today. Y'all got out. Well, who was doing the negotiating? They put a made in Italy label on it, and it was made there, but in reality, it was made in China. This is the kind of world that you live in, but you accept this because you're all just a bunch of liars. And when I say all, quit being stupid. If you're not a liar, then you're not a liar. If you're not a murderer and a thief, then you're not a murderer and a thief, and there's nothing I can do to make your ass one. So that means I'm not talking about you. You're not included in the all. You should be laughing at my ass, if anything, and be saying, he ain't talking about me, because I am not, I don't do none of that stuff. But the rest of you, whew, good luck. I hope you find God or whatever you believe in, because you're going to need it. And we're going to wrap this up soon. 10 minutes. Bear with me or indulge me for 10 more minutes. Allow me to entertain you 10 more minutes, man. Okay? What is it, lunchtime? Yeah, 10 minutes, and I don't even feel shame to even do it because it's lunchtime. Ride with me a minute while you enjoy your lunch or your drink. Some of y'all drinking a cold one. The boss just don't know about it. At any rate, it ain't my business. It ain't my business, right? So you got this group of people that is upset about the love for man's best friend to the point that they want his ass dead. I mean, the dog is dead. Okay? So we do. If the dog is bad for the environment, then they're going to be dog meat. I mean, ain't nowhere else. I mean, how else are you going to save the environment unless you kill all the dogs? What we going to do with all them dead dogs, I wonder? And some dead bodies, too. Because I am telling you, folks, some people will put one in you over their dog. They will kill you over their dog. Trust me. Shit, sometimes other people dog. They're out there. And if you think that you're going to come and confiscate dogs, I can assure you pretty much gunfire and violence along the lines of Christianity. See, man, Christians and dogs must have something in common. Maybe it's the fact that the Christian is starting to back off like he's getting up out these damn churches, especially the black churches. I know I'm all over the map, and I'm going to stay all over the map. I'm moving fast this morning. There's no reason to indulge on one certain topic more than 7 to 8 minutes. You that smart. You are that smart at your ability to retain information. And I know this because it came up in the West. So even when you're dumb, your ass is smart. At least along those lines. It's a matter of survival. Else you don't make it anyway. At any rate, listen, if you go to the lens of dogs are bad for the environment. Well, what environment are you talking about? Well, they're talking about the environment of the New World Order in which they don't like loners. They hate loners, especially loners that ain't already evil. When I was growing up, we had the, what we used to call them, hermits. Hermits. That if you did not see them outside, then they wasn't there. And you rarely seen them outside. For all practical purposes, they never came outside. I used to think they were crazy. What the hell is wrong with you? But then as I got older, by the time I was 45 or 46 years old, I bumped into another hermit. People thought she was crazy. Nice looking lady. She would come outside early in the morning, like the gopher or some shit, or the what's that thing that look for its shadow? At any rate, if she seen anybody anywhere, she going back in her house, and you ain't gonna see her. And the whole neighborhood made her crazy. But then later on, I figured out, no, she about got it right. No, she got it right. Stay the hell away from them, because they crazy. Just because they have the numbers doesn't mean they're not crazy. In fact, that's when crazy do happen. Crazy happens in numbers, not in solitude. Crazy rarely happens in solitude, people. Crazy happens in the midst of noise and emotional input and emotional output and psychological event and psychological state and a spiritual status and stuff like that. It hardly ever happens in solitude. Crazy happens at the hands of the world. That's why your ass is crazy. If I was to take you from the world and force you to live on an island and to develop naturally, then you wouldn't be crazy. And I brought you back over here, then you would think that they crazy. And they would be crazy. Perspective. Now dogs are bad for the environment. But once again, I'm gonna revisit the very last thing I said about the topic is because the dog doesn't do the things they do that they have called normal or made normal and get upset for anyone to dare say it's so much a word. And they're willing to kill you, manipulate you, and any other thing that they can do to possibly harm you. That'd be you. That'd be you. But I reiterate, hmm, may I reiterate, as I perform this verbal operation of redundancy, listen, it's spiritual. They have a personal reason, and the people who they deal with, and that which dwells within, have also noticed, and the devil have also noticed, that it's hard to reach people who don't have people. People need people to be reached by the devil, especially if they're not already the ultimate detached, I call it. Not only have they detached from the rest of society, but they see the rest of society as the out and out enemy. Not only that, they are willing to visit extreme violence against the rest of society if they so much as look at them the wrong way. But let us not talk falsely. You made that creature. Somebody birthed it, a society raised it, and it went to the schools. I keep calling it because you treat it like it. You treat it like a it. They it out there walking around hungry right now, boo-boo. It out there walking around homeless. What do it and the dog have? I'm going to see the dog out there walking around homeless and thirsty. Listen, I got 3.5 minutes left. I'm going to tell you one of the saddest things I've seen about dogs and how the people in today's world relate to dogs. It's got to be 100 degrees outside in front of a Family Dollar off of Jensen. There's a dog. I'm sitting in the parking lot watching it. There's a dog that's trying to escape the sun as the concrete gets hotter and hotter, so he's moving as the shadows move. There ain't but 6 inches of shade left. He's panting, hot. Do you know? I watched at least 50 people walk in and out and wouldn't offer a drop of water. So that makes the people who you treat every day the exact same way dogs in your mind. Boy, I am on fire this morning. Somebody gonna shoot me or something. I already know it. I'm gonna die in a hail of bullets. But so be it. I'll just be back with a vengeance. Enjoy the rest of your morning. I am Source. I am 7. I am 1. And I let you off 2 minutes early.